Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Rap Philosophy, the Hiphop Podcast, where we talk about rap, music, news, and culture. I'm your host, Omar.
I'm Ray. How you doing?
Let's get it.
Welcome back. So Lil Wayne has a new album coming out. It's called Funeral. And what are your thoughts on that? I'm excited.
Listen, I hate to say it. My thoughts are this. Eminem's the GOAT, Wayne's the GOAT. Did you hear the last album? Last year?
Yeah.
How did it do?
I love it.
How much is it sold?
I don't know how much it was sold, but personally,
it?
I really liked it. It was different. It was like I had mixed emotions when I heard the last album because I was expecting like that old Wheezy, like like just those faster songs and like Lollipop, remember, and the Carter 3 was everything, but this one is kind of more like he's on his grown man and he was like coming a little bit more slower, a little bit more humble. It was not something that I was expecting, but once I really listened to that album, I was like, this is really good. I like it.
That's my thing is like the older artists, like when they come back, it's like, okay.
But he's never really left. He's been.
Wayne hasn't left?
No.
What do you mean Wayne hasn't?
He hasn't left.
Prior to the last album, what was his album?
But he's always dropped music. It's not like he has not been. He's always dropped music.
But you know what's crazy?
He's dropped those mixtapes. He's dropped everything.
You know what's crazy is that Lil Wayne sprouted a lot of sons. And that's what people don't realize.
Yes. He put seeds out there.
Oh,
that's
sorry.
right.
I'm so sorry.
Hey. Hey, dang! We're recording, Mark.
What's going on?
This guy just busted in the podcast out of nowhere. We're talking about Lil Wayne's new album. What's the name of Lil Wayne's new album?
Funeral.
What do you think about this bullshit album Lil Wayne put out?
That stands to be bullshit.
You know what?
Lil Wayne, Eminem, all you guys,
What?
stop coming out.
Yo.
You're done. Your time is done. Lil Wayne,
No,
take your
absolutely
skateboard.
not.
All right, I'm gonna get so many dislikes.
Oh my God. I can't believe you.
You know
That's
what do you
the
think?
problem. That's the problem with hip hop.
you old heads, man.
No,
Y'all just
I think
throwing
he's
away
still,
the OGs.
Yeah, he's
Like they're yesterday's news.
But listen, come back and be lit. Don't come back
Lil Wayne is
and
the
be
best
some
rapper
old
ever.
old
Ever.
head. I'm gonna start rapping about wearing suits. I'm not saying that's what he's doing. I'm just saying I don't know what to expect from Lil Wayne. I'm sure it's gonna be stem. But my point is, if like Eminem came back with fire, right? Lil Wayne, come back with the Lil Wayne we want. Don't come back with some we don't know, like what this sounds like,
No, he's gonna come. He's been consistent. He's been consistent.
I mean,
think
the last Carter
come.
album was dope.
It's not. Thank you.
Last Carter was dope.
Thank you, Mark.
You can't say it wasn't.
Just said that.
How
Or
much-
can you?
You know what I didn't like? The last album?
Yeah.
It was.
That was
good.
last year. He came out last year.
Yeah.
I mean 2018.
He's
I
on.
think.
He's on point with his.
I mean, it's not like the Fireman, like the old school.
That's what I just said. It's not like
Why
that.
not though?
The-
That's what we want.
Yeah.
Don't
yeah,
come.
but
I
we
want
have
the
to
Weezy, you want Wayne.
understand. But we have to understand he's not he's grown now.
But then don't come
he's
out-
no
then don't
because
rap.
he's not because he's
What do you
still
mean don't
coming.
rap?
Yeah, no, he's still coming. He's still coming out with good music. What is it like the uproar? The uproar is fire.
Yeah.
The uproar is fire. What are you talking
You know
about?
what I didn't like
That's like-
about Wayne and what he did? I'm gonna tell you what I didn't like about Wayne real quick.
I don't
Go ahead.
know.
Let me tell you. What I like about what Wayne did is that at the time that Wayne came out, X was popping. And I think, did X die after that song came out?
Yeah.
He had a chorus. He took a sample, or maybe he hired X to do a chorus or hook for the song. Supposedly he said, I don't even know who X is. How you don't know who X is and you put him on your song? And why did you put him on the song if you don't know who he is?
I would have to verify that.
Yeah, I don't
Let's
know.
verify.
I don't know what you're
Verify
talking about.
And then did the same.
And I mean, maybe he was just high or something. No.
My thing with like the old heads, we're gonna find out. Listen, we're gonna find out how Lil Wayne does. Let's talk about what we think. But like, my problem is, don't disrespect the new artists. If you want to come out on the scene, come out. But don't just try to like be in touch with hip hop, man. Like, be in touch with what's going on. Don't come out and say you don't know. I remember Lil Wayne say, I don't know I don't listen to hip hop. That's what he said. I think I gotta verify. You remember that?
I remember something in that aspect.
How are you gonna come out? You're Lil Wayne. You're the GOAT. How are you gonna come out and say I don't listen to hip hop right now?
I don't know exactly what he said. We gotta research it.
Yeah, we do.
But he said I remember him saying something in that vein.
That's the stuff that bothers me. It's like, all right, Lil Wayne, you don't listen to hip hop? We ain't gonna listen to you.
Wait, he said he didn't listen to hip hop. That's what he said.
He either
I
said
find that hard to believe.
He either said he doesn't listen to hip hop. He either said something like I don't like anything that's I don't know. Something like that.
Like maybe he's talking about like the newer artists. He doesn't really feel them. Which I mean.
Yeah, but you want to be in this game, right? You want to battle. You want to come in the arena. Don't say you don't know who the players are.
What do you mean?
True.
He's been in the arena. He don't got. He could go in and out as he please. That's Lil Wayne. Yes, he can.
It's not.
What?
It's not 2000. Whatever.
No, he's put in too much work for you to be like, oh, you can't get in now because
like
you're old.
No, I don't necessarily agree with that.
I don't.
That's like saying if Jordan somehow got healthy at like the 50-year-old.
Yeah, this is a good example.
I love his
Jordan somehow got healthy and came in and be like, I don't care who LeBron James is.
Right.
No, you gotta share. You gotta show respect in the game.
Jordan, okay, there you go. Jordan wants to come back and play basketball. He's gonna come out and be like, "Oh, I don't know who. LeBron. Who's LeBron? Get out of here. You don't know who LeBron is. You can't play basketball. Wayne, you don't know who X is. How you gonna play in this hip hop game anymore?
I don't agree.
Right.
I don't agree.
Unless,
so what? He didn't know who LeBron was. Like, what are we talking about? So what? He can come in here and dunk on his ass.
The only way I would excuse it is if it's somebody like an Eminem, that's his career. Like, you're dissing rappers. If you're Eminem dissing rappers, that's buying into his brand and who he is.
But I think Eminem and Lil Wayne are on the same stature. I mean,
they as far as career wise, yes,
right.
As far as like in terms of what they talk about in their brand, no,
it's a little different.
All right, so you guys waiting for this Wayne album?
Yes.
Yeah.
You ready for it? When's it coming out?
March maybe. I think
March?
it said.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I think
I'm not gonna lie, I can't wait.
I can't wait, and we're gonna get back
I can't wait for it.
Let you know how we did.
I wasn't the biggest Wayne fan in high school, but I learned to appreciate his music as I got older.
Okay.
Can't deny his reign.
I've been a Lil Wayne fan since the first Carter, so yeah.
Like I was telling you, what's crazy is like when you go back and listen to Wayne, like all these. Now I'm gonna flip it now on the young artists who just the old heads. The young artists who don't know Wayne. I'm sure some of the Roddy Ricch talked about Wayne being one of the GOATs. I mean, these people. I'm sure people nowadays remember Wayne.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if you listen to Wayne, you hear a lot of the sounds of today. Wayne started like I want to say like mumble rap. Not saying Wayne was a mumble rapper, no, but like the sound of like just that sound
of the cadences and stuff.
Yeah, like
you hear it.
I'm sure that they took a lot from Lil Wayne. I mean, I don't know. To me, he's the best.
Especially the whole dread movement. Like I feel like Wayne really ushered in the whole dread head movement.
Absolutely.
Where did that come from? Why did he do that?
But
look good on him. I'm looking at him. I like him.
I guess that was his style.
Yeah, I think it fits him.
All right, Eminem is gonna make it. You sent this to me. Eminem's gonna make it the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yes, with the song from Juice WRLD.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's great. Yeah.
That's insane.
That's really nice.
Now, is it because Juice is in the song?
No, because I think it's like he spit a certain amount of words per second, right? No?
Did you guys hear that third? Did you hear the end of? Did you guys hear the end of that song?
Bro.
Yeah.
Okay, let's play it real quick. I think this is crazy because I think I skipped that part.
When you first listened?
When I first listened, I was trying to get
like
through the album.
And then you gotta go back and re-listen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you skip the
Well, I like the Eminem and Young Ma. Have you heard that one?
Oh hell yeah.
Is it Young M.A. or Young Ma? I be saying it like that. Yeah, that he went in on that song.
Let's stay on the topic a little bit of the Guinness Book of World Records,
yes. Godzilla.
It's insane.
Come on. Why you?
Dude,
come on.
The Guinness Book of World.
That's crazy. Nah, he deserves that.
Did you catch something? Did you catch a lyric?
He deserves. I can't even.
I caught a few.
I can't even say.
Guinness Book. That's insane.
I caught a few.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane, right?
He's the GOAT too.
He's the beast.
I think Eminem's bringing back. I like this.
He's trying to show them again.
But back to the Lil Wayne thing, it's like this is Eminem's coming back. This is Eminem. He's bringing back the Eminem sound. He's showing people what lyricism is about. So not to go back to the Lil Wayne thing, but I like the fact that he is bringing, like, he's showing the young people or the new people what the sound of the lyrics is.
But Eminem kind of fell off a little bit.
Yeah.
But Lil Wayne hasn't fell off. Like, he has been consistent.
As far as, like...
His music has kept on. He's dropped mixtapes. If he didn't have an album, he dropped mixtapes. He dropped songs. He's continuously had music
That's fine.
out.
I don't want to...
Well, so for a while, he kind of did fall off. Because some of his mixtapes were like... No, they weren't. Like, there was, like, the rock album... It was
rock
album, the Rebirth. That was alright.
That was good.
That was alright. But then he had like a bunch of all the mixtapes in between.
The mixtapes are dope.
I didn't really like. I didn't like them.
I liked them.
I felt like he was trying to mumble rap too much.
Absolutely not.
As far as like
what was the dedication? You talking about the dedications?
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Them mixtapes are fire.
Nah.
Rachel, you're the only one who listens to that Lil Wayne mixtape.
Guys, let me know if I'm the only one who listens to these mixtapes, because I'm a mixtape baby. I've been listening to mixtapes since I was, and what's in the streets, the streets listen to the mixtapes, and that's what street. I'm telling you,
that's true. But nowadays, not nowadays.
Nowadays, what
you talking about back in the?
What do you mean? No, he just finished another dedication. That's a mixtape.
What do you go to? Do you go to rap mixtape? There's like a website, right?
There's a whole bunch of them. Hiphop.com, hot mixtapes, whatever. It's not an official. You could still go on YouTube Music or Apple and still get them, but they're not officially albums. They're mixtapes.
Back to the Eminem thing, it says here, and God bless him, I can't wait for him. Slim's third verse on track is his fastest yet, with him spitting a total of 229 words in just 30 seconds.
Right.
That's 7.6 words per second. Calculating that down to syllables, he spits 339 in that time frame, making for 11.3 syllables per second.
Wow.
On Rap God, he performed the fastest verse at 9.6 per second. That's why that one went viral. But this one, Eminem and Juice will purportedly sit in the Guinness World Records with the new track, making for a sweet homage to the late rap.
Congrats, good
Dude,
job.
I hope, I don't know what people, it's insane. It's insane. Like,
it reminds me of...
when you see that, you're just like...
Yeah.
It reminds me of that the line that he says on Lucky You. He's like, I sound like a broken record every time I break a record.
Yeah, that's true. He kills it.
Let's go to Eminem. His response on Instagram for his comment on the Young M.A. song that you loved, that I loved, unaccommodating.
Yes. So
about the Ariana, go ahead.
Yes,
go into this because I didn't hear.
Okay, so
you didn't hear the song?
I heard the song.
Okay,
I didn't hear.
So the song. So that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so he wrote an apology because people were taking offense to the lyrics in that song. So what do you guys?
The lyric?
Which lyric?
Sorry, cut you off.
No, it's okay.
Do you remember? Let's say what the lyric was.
Is it the Ariana Grande lyric?
Yes. Yeah. Like the Bombers. It was like pretty much it was in other words, like, metaphorically, like saying that he's got to come and murder it, and like I'm in the Ariana Grande.
Yeah, exactly. I can get the
concert.
Exact.
Waiting to bomb, something like that. He said.
Yeah, but it was just a metaphor. People took it.
I mean, but he was going in on that song, and it was so good. So like, I get it. People went through some hard times. So it is a sensitive topic. But I agree with his letter.
Do you want to read his letter?
Sure.
Let's see what M said. I addressed some of this last week. I have my opinion, but I'm gonna let you guys sound off on this. Eminem, because Eminem at the time didn't respond when I commented on this, and now he wrote a letter on Instagram.
He says, gentle listener. In today's wonderful gentle listener. In today's wonderful world, murder has become so common that we as a society are obsessed and fascinated by it. I thought, why not make a sport of it and murder over beats? So before you jump the gun, please allow me to explain. This album is not made for the squeamish. If you are easily offended or unnerved over the screams of bloody murder, this may not be the collection for you. Certain selections have been designed to shock the conscience, which may cause positive action. Unfortunately, darkness has truly fallen upon us. So you see, murder in this instance isn't always literal. nor pleasant. These bars are only meant for the sharpest knives in the drawer. For the victims of this album, may you rest peacefully. For the rest of you, please listen more closely next time. Good night, with deepest sympathy, Eminem.
I love it.
That was a good response.
That was so good.
That was a good response.
Like, thank you, good night. Yeah.
That was a good response.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because, I mean, it's... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I feel what he's saying, like, right, if it's not for everybody, you know, and if you don't like it, don't listen to it.
That's it.
Because, you know, he made it not to offend anybody, but it's like he said, he's trying to make a sport out of it. Like, you know, this is what's really going on in the world, and he's just, you know, putting it into his art, into his music.
I mean, it's like, yo, it's because I feel like as a society we've gotten too politically correct, we've gotten too safe, we've gotten too much. There's too many safe zones and safe spaces. And like, if you know anything about Eminem, you know his brand isn't, like he said, isn't for the squeamish. Like, this isn't the first horrible thing he's talked about. He's talked about the Columbine shooting before. He's talked about 9/11 before. Like, this isn't the first thing to address. This isn't the first tragedy that he's addressed in his music.
I agree.
If you're that type of person that's gonna just be squeamish and be offset by the things that he mentions, one, you don't know Eminem. Two, this isn't the type of music for you. Go listen to something else that is.
I'm sure that comment was pulled by someone who's not an Eminem fan. Like you said, if you know, you can't be an Eminem fan or know anything about Eminem and take offense to like a lyric like that. But I do like his response in the sense of, as opposed to like a lot of rappers, what happens is, right, they apologize. And I don't like that people called it an apology letter because it wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't.
But he flipped it. He was like, no, I'm not going to be like, you know, apologetic. But he did it in a way that kind of like killed him, you know, softly. You know?
In a sarcastic Eminem way.
In a sarcastic Eminem way. And it, respect, man. That he did
respect.
That.
We like that.
I wanted to say a few things about it. I'm surprised that you guys liked it. I'm surprised.
Like, I'll tell you. The letter or the song?
The album.
Oh, yeah. Why are you surprised? You're surprised I liked it?
Are we going to talk about the album? You want to talk about the album? Because I don't want to leave this topic just yet. We're going to talk about the album.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's stay on this topic then.
This topic, to add to this topic, I said this last week, is that in hip hop, like I said, we can't not let people say what they have to say. We have to be at a place where we think it's offensive, but it's okay to say because people have the right to say what they want to say. You don't like it, don't listen to it.
Yeah.
And M is not the only person. I said this before, you know, Biggie's, you know, his line, blow up like the World Trade in that song, right? They cut that out a lot of times. I don't know if you remember, he says, blow up like the World Trade. And he just cut it out if he plays on the radio. You know, Trippie Redd says Columbine in one of his songs. It's just like as a reference of like, you know, like you said, like
blowing up, like I'm dope.
Yeah.
I'm hot.
And in the past, people, like even Tupac's crew called themselves Gaddafi. A lot of rappers have used those as references for themselves.
Yeah, it's just a form of expression.
You can't know about hip-hop if you don't know that, right? That's a common theme, right?
Exactly.
And Eminem, right after that lyric, he says, he starts mentioning like Saddam Hussein, Bin Laden. It's like crazy.
Somebody that's lyrical is gonna come with some you know, real shit to speak about. And I feel like that's something to speak about. Not something you don't think to speak about, but in the sense you're gonna put it in an album and make it sound like something. So
he's being real sarcastic, bro.
Oh my god.
That's all the song about me. Why would you?
He's being mad sarcastic.
Move on to the little verse.
He went through that.
Lord Jamar and Eminem.
Yo, this.
Did you watch this? Man. Okay.
No.
Lord Jamar.
That.
Okay. I want to play and I want us to react to Lord Jamar's response to Eminem. But I don't know what did Eminem say that triggered Lord Jamar in the first place in this album. What do you know what he said? I'm gonna pull this up.
He said a bunch. I don't remember the line exactly, but I do know that he refers to Lord Jamar.
And what's the history? What's the history of that beef?
So the history of the beef is Lord Jamar made a comment on Vlad TV saying that white people are guests in the House of Hip Hop.
Oh, okay, that guy.
And then he said that one of his major comments about Eminem was just that, black people don't really mess with Eminem's music like that, which I think is false.
Come on, Lord Jamar, speak for yourself.
He said black people don't really mess with Eminem like that because Eminem talks about like killing his mom and stuff like that, and black people love our moms. But I think I even mentioned on here before. I'm just like, You don't necessarily have to physically, personally connect to the music to be able to listen to it. You just have to be able to know how somebody would.
Gotcha.
So I feel like there's a lot of people in the black community not necessarily have hate for their moms, but they know how somebody could. Like, if they were in Eminem's position where their mom was feeding them drugs and like their mom didn't really take good care of them, you could see how somebody could.
Yeah.
Which I feel like if the artist itself takes you out of your own headspace and out of your own reality and makes you feel what they felt in the music, and that's all that's all. That's the artist's job is done at that point.
Right.
That's that artist's job.
Right.
All right.
Agreed.
So, but then like back and forth, Eminem put like a few shots on his last album, like talking about like I belong here. I'm gonna walk into your house and put my feet up on your couch or something like that.
That was dope. That was in the last. That was the Kamikaze album.
Yeah, that was Kamikaze.
In this one, I think he called Lord Jamar the weakest link up. So Lord Jamar was part of Brand Nubian, very old. No one would know that. Early 90s.
Oh, he's from Brand Nubian?
Brand Nubian.
Ooh,
that's him.
Okay.
And I liked Brand Nubian back in the days.
Yeah, back in the days. He was
But he's making himself look like a fool here. Now, Lord Jamar, I think he's also a 5%er, something like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that's why his name is Lord?
I guess.
Well, let's get into
the old school
what's
guys.
happening right now.
But...
Yeah. My step. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that song.
That verse was about you. No, the whole song, Stepdad. Stepdad. Hey. My stepdad. You hear that one?
I think that's what was
That
right.
song's about you. Yeah. Ain't it? I don't think
That's not the song,
This
though.
guy got his dick in my mom. Are you talking about me? No?
I hate him.
I thought Stepdad's the one he's talking about me, no?
I do like his impersonation though.
He's an asshole for
What song
that.
are you talking about?
He is ass.
So he's trying to be funny.
He's trying to be funny.
You
Yeah.
had a little verse about me? Nah, that ain't as good as the Stepdad.
Not as good as the stepdad.
Hey, my stepdad. Woo, that shit rocks.
He's being real sarcastic, bro.
Oh my
And that's the
god.
whole song about me. Why would you
He's being mad
cling
sarcastic.
on to the little verse? I don't get it.
Well, no, the whole song is about.
Well, the song I'm talking
No,
about is
that's funny.
Oh.
He's trying to be like,
Yeah,
I effed your mom.
He's like, oh,
Yeah,
dude, no.
I thought Stepdad was much better. he said, I'm a ticking time bomb. I'll cause this motherfucker who sticks his dick in my mom.
Yo, I hate
The
him.
reaction is funny though. I'm not gonna lie. Yo, he's
Oh
so
my
stupid.
God.
Funny.
He's mocking Eminem, but he's a fool. This guy's a fool.
He is really funny.
All right. Oh, so he calls
I'd
him.
be glad to clean the house of hip hop sink or whatever the fuck you thought you was disrespecting me by saying that. Yeah, your trailer park is filthy, and it's filthy inside your fucking brain. But I'm in
He goes
here
in.
chilling. You're gonna have to call the marshals to get me out.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
butthurt, bro.
Yeah, he really is.
He's butthurt. Oh, that's nothing.
He
to
really
shit.
is.
He's butthurt. He goes on to call Eminem trailer park trash. Some of his the reactions to
Yes. He's too much.
I love it though. It's great entertainment.
It
The beef is funny, but
It's
Lord
funny.
Jamar is so irrelevant, bro. I don't even know why Lord Jamar is speaking on this, bro. Why do you have something to say, Lord Jamar?
Wow.
What does Lord Jamar do right now?
What else?
Is he a commentator of hip hop?
Yeah, so he has his own podcast.
He does?
Yeah.
Oh.
He has it's with Rod Digger. I don't know if you
Oh,
know.
yeah,
Rod
Rod
Digger,
Digger.
Yeah, it's called The Anatomy Godcast. I watch it sometimes. It's pretty
It's
Another
a podcast that-
another female rapper I used to listen to back in the day.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a hip hop podcast that no one knows about, kind of like ours, I guess.
Right.
So,
Stay tuned.
all right. I didn't know. A lot of people, if you read the comments, a lot of people are like, who is this guy? Like, a lot of people don't even know. One guy commented, I thought Lord Jamar was like, no offense, but he was like, I thought he was like a crackhead or something.
Oh
And
my
I found out, I looked him up.
God,
He's
no.
an old rapper. You know, like the young people, they got it.
Yeah, like, who the hell is
Who is
guy?
this guy? Like, if you're new,
Whose
you're
dad
probably,
is this?
who is Lord Jamar? Like, yo, and his name is Lord Jamar. It's like, what? Like, I feel like that's like so like nowadays, like it doesn't make sense.
So he's like an old school god body kind of.
How do you feel about this, Mark? Because I know you love Eminem. How do you feel this guy Lord Jamar talking about this?
I mean, it's entertaining. One,
it's funny.
I got respect for Lord Jamar as a rapper.
As an artist,
Yes.
rapper.
Yeah.
Gotta pay respect.
Absolutely.
I think it's entertaining. I love both their
That's
takes.
funny. Yeah.
I love when he comes at him on the podcast and when Eminem responds on verses, it's funny.
Yeah.
I like it.
But you know what's crazy? You know Brand Nubian.
Yeah.
You know Brand Nubian?
Yeah.
Probably, it's really old.
One of my like favorite old school songs is from them.
I love their stuff. I love Grand Poop. Eminem calls him the weakest link, right? And I started thinking about this. And I was trying to remember the group. And I was like, he was the weakest link. I think he was. Grand Poobah was part of the Brand Nubian. Grand Poobah, of course.
Nice.
Yeah.
Grand Poobah is definitely way better.
Yeah.
So who's left? Sadat X?
Yeah.
Is Sadat X better than Lord Jamar?
Yes.
I think he was.
Yeah.
Eminem was right.
Yeah.
He was the weakest link of Brand Nubian. And he's pissed about it.
Yeah.
He's pissed. I didn't play the part where he doesn't know how to respond. He's just like, you're trying to separate my group. You're trying to separate us. But he can't say that because you can't say like, oh, I'm better than my two friends.
Right.
Oh man.
But the truth is, the other two, I mean, he doesn't beat Grand Poobah, but
I mean, but respect. I
That's
like
hilarious.
all of them together as a unit. They were good.
I mean, like I said, I love it. I love the back and forth. Keep going.
Yeah, we like this. We
the
like
fact
this.
that it's still going on is hilarious. Like, you know, like Lord Jamar, it's so stupid.
Keep it coming.
Like it carries on from the album to YouTube to the podcast. It's just like crazy.
Yeah, like what the hell? Right.
But you know what though? Like it is kind of crazy. Like to stand. If you want to get off this topic, but I think it is kind of crazy how this really riled up something really emotional in both of them. Like they're so disconnected. Like who's Lord Jamar to Eminem, and like
Right.
and vice versa. It's like. But something Lord Jamar said pissed off Eminem, you know what I mean? To the point that, like, Lord Jamar is so irrelevant, but he had to talk about it, you know? And vice versa, like, Eminem's response about the weakest link, like, hit Lord Jamar, like, you know? It's like, it's crazy how it's just, like, these two...
That's funny.
I'm more so about why Eminem being so big, that a comment, like, from Lord Jamar made him...
Well, because the thing is,
explode, you know?
that comment from Lord Jamar, it's everywhere. Like that's one of Vlad's highest watched videos.
Well, I'm sure because now they're trying to get a
It's like a
trying to get a
race
rise
thing,
out
yeah.
of M. You know,
So it's like
it's
a bold statement
it's
too.
all but it's all
Right,
to
like white
instigate.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all
it's
to
just like,
instigate. the bullshit.
everybody knows he said it. So it's like it's not like imagine you're like the king, you're like the king of your castle or something, but then somebody said something about you and the whole village knows who said it.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, I gotta address
Now
it.
you gotta address
You gotta address it.
yeah, facts.
It's kind of interesting how that's kind of how like a young artist can really get relevant, you know, because almost like the big artists almost feel like if you get them, if you stab them in the right way, they gotta respond, you know, and it kind of makes you relevant, you know.
Right.
Where like I think like how 50 Cent got his rise like that in the beginning. He made a whole like song dissing like everyone who was popular at the time. I forgot what it was called. How to Rob, I think it was called. And that song was what blew him up. It was like a mixtape song.
Yeah.
Mixtape something like mixtape.
Yes. Mixtape. You know what I forgot to tell you? I wanted to talk
this?
about. Well, no, this is a different topic. I don't know if you want to talk about it, but Pop Smoke had got arrested for driving a Rolls Royce over.
But what? Pop Smoke? Who is Pop Smoke?
How do you
When I
mean?
looked him up, I was like, I don't know.
He's one of the
I
hottest
hear his name a lot,
rappers.
but I don't
Pop
really
Smoke?
Yeah, Pop Smoke is one of the newest rappers. He's got a really cool voice. It's kind of reminds me of like 50 Cent back in the days with that, or maybe a DMX. I don't know. It's in between, but I like his swag. His lyrics. You know,
I did read the story about the Rolls Royce.
Yeah, so he drove it across.
What the hell? Do you know it's supposed to be part of where that Rolls Royce comes
And
from?
it was stolen. I don't know.
It was supposed to be supposedly a prop in the music video he was given.
What?
He stole it, like took it across country.
He was like, "Bring it back."
It had a GPS in it.
Oh my god, no, I didn't see that
Let me see if I
part.
can get the story.
That's funny.
Oh shoot.
Oh yeah, Pop Smoke really was really Pop Smoke.
That reminds me of an old story. I don't know if y'all remember the rapper Young Dro.
Yeah, yeah, I remember him.
So he went to test drive a Charger. Never brought it back.
They didn't have a GPS in it back then. They did?
They got it back.
Oh shoot.
So he was arrested over this. It says the Brooklyn rapper was charged with 1 count of interstate transportation of a stolen vehicle.
Damn.
Brooklyn rapper Pop Smoke, the rapper whose real name, Bashar Jackson, knowingly and intentionally transporting a pricey Rolls Royce Wraith between November and December. It says he's been charged, I'm trying to get to the model cost $327,000. Jackson allegedly met the owner of the car at a recording studio in Los Angeles, a law enforcement official said. The rapper and the owner reportedly made a verbal agreement that Jackson could use the car in an upcoming music video in exchange for the owner receiving special treatment at a future concert.
Oh, not take it across the United States.
But who has a Wraith that's like, it's a pop? I mean, I don't know, whatever. So who is this person? No, you're just like laughing at me. Why? I don't like who has a Rolls Royce,
I can't say who's
a
this
Wraith,
person?
and then like Pop Smoke. I want to
He's
be at your
a new
concert.
artist.
Like,
He's a
I
new.
got
you know what I mean? Like.
That's crazy.
Come
that's
on.
Crazy. No, that's crazy.
Because I don't even know about Smoke. Alright, Jackson was supposed to return the car the day after his music video shoot when the vehicle wasn't brought back. The owner tracked it to Arizona using GPS and then called the police to report it stolen. Yo, this Pop Smoke gotta be stupid or what, bro? Like, how dumb do you have to be? Someone lent you a car.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
What the hell? Yeah, so I wanted to talk
like-
about. I wanted to talk about that because I was just like, who does that? You know, like, that's crazy.
I want to know who this Stan is. Like,
Right.
It's like
the owner of the Rolls Royce.
I get what you're saying.
Like,
It's like the car itself is $300,000. So the person that has it must have way more money than that.
Right.
Who has that much money but is listening to Pop Smoke?
How much is the Pop Smoke concert like to go to? Like, why did he really need that much personal? What kind of personal treatment did he want though at a Pop Smoke concert? Be in the front? He could have paid to be in the front. He had a Rolls Royce.
I mean, but he's the new, he's a new artist, and people want to be in the.
I read more.
The
Like,
light.
he had like a history of like stealing cars. So I don't know. I read some more to it, but I can't find it now.
But you know him for like, you're funny.
That's crazy, man.
Wow.
Like, we just gotta do a skit on like someone was rolling up a Pop Smoke, like, yo, take my car. I mean,
Damn, Pop. Like, why did you have to take it across?
no.
Like, what? Oh man.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess Pop Smoke think like, the treatment wasn't good enough. He's like, nah, he wants to be in my concert. I gotta take this car also to the across the state. What's this guy think? Pop Smoke concert? What you think this is?
Put some miles on this.
Where is going?
All right, so Kodak Black. What happened, Rachel? With Kodak Black. What's his deal with federal?
Well, I've been reading. I follow him on Instagram, and he's put up several posts regarding the treatment that he's been receiving in jail right now. He's incarcerated, and it hasn't been good. And they just moved him to Kentucky. He was in Florida prison, and now they just moved him to Kentucky. But because he couldn't take it anymore, his mother left a statement saying about this treatment that he's been getting, and it's like been so severe. Like, he was scared for his life, and I really wanted to talk about this because these young rappers are they're young men. Yes, they made mistakes and they're in jail, but he's an African American and he's getting, I don't know if this would be like a targeting situation, but from what he keeps saying, he keeps expressing this on his Instagram post that that he feels scared for his life because they're like,
that? How is that him? How is that getting posted?
I mean, I'm assuming.
You think from jail?
I'm assuming that he's calling his family and they're posting it from his words, saying like this, like, put this up here because I need the world to know what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I believe that he's going through something.
Yeah.
And that's not right.
What is he saying? What's the story that he's
like? They're beating him up.
Who's they?
The cops,
security?
the COs. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not the people, not the inmates. It's
Not
the
the
COs.
inmates.
Yeah. The cops are like trying to
what,
put him down.
What was Kodak? What is he in for? What is he in there for?
Well, I know he got.
It's over guns or something?
Yeah, he got guns.
How many
drugs.
years is he getting over this? It's insane.
Yeah,
I know we
it's
don't have it
crazy.
now, but it's just like
I know it's just
this is what hurt. It's like really.
Yeah.
It's
like
like 6ix9ine is gonna get 2 years.
Yes, and he's in protected custody and all this.
And he was putting hits on people. Kodak Black, what do you do? I don't think he just got called like illegal.
And Kodak, I feel like is a genuine guy. I mean,
we don't.
From what I see, what I'm saying, I follow him. I enjoy his music. I feel like from his music as the artist that I see, he's a genuine type of guy. Like he's not those guys that are trying to he's always just himself is what I'm saying. So
so here's my thing. Jail isn't a hotel. Jail isn't a spa. I get it. Like
no,
sure, like he shouldn't be brutalized and stuff, but
that's the point.
Yeah.
But it's jail. I'm not saying again. I'm not saying that he should be physically harmed, but there's some stuff that happens in jail that's outside of the normal of the legal ramifications. Like people get raped in jail, people get jumped and beat up in jail. Like this is
yes. But are they going a little bit more taking the extra mile because of who he is and
maybe
the color of his skin?
Well, plus, the difference with what you're saying is I think what Rachel was saying is if this is true, it's not the inmates, it's the jail itself and the COs, right? So that shouldn't be happening. You're talking about jail.
Yeah, you're talking
rape from the inmates and whatever happens from inmates, right?
Even if it's the COs.
So you think it's okay because
I don't think
he's in jail?
I don't think it's okay.
But that's what I'm saying.
I don't think it's okay.
I understand people go to jail.
I'm just saying there's stuff that happens in jail, whether it be by the correctional officers or the inmates that are outside the spectrum of the law.
Absolutely.
As a black man, okay, once you're in the system, you're pretty much fucked. You have to know, yo, I can't be playing around, and you're riding with illegal shit in your car.
Yes.
You're right. You know this is what this place is gonna do.
But again, he's a young man and he made a mistake. I mean, I feel like people deserve second chances. People deserve to grow, and everybody's not perfect. And I think that he doesn't deserve to be brutalized, even though he made poor decisions in his life. Sorry.
Yeah, nobody does. Nobody. I'm not saying that he deserves it. He deserves to be brutalized, but.
In other words, I'm saying you're saying because he chose to do this, so he's in there, so you should shut up about
you're
it.
Essentially, in the Wild Wild West.
I get it, but I mean, if he's saying damn, I'm about to be killed in here, should he not say it? Should he not, try to make it known to people?
Sure. Also, we kind of don't know. I mean, we kind of don't know what's going on. I think that's part of we're kind of on topic of that, but we don't really know what's the story exactly.
Well, I'm gonna read it to you.
Right.
A little bit of what I have here.
I mean, did you want to?
I mean, I'm just if Kodak Black was a family member of mine, I would feel badly that he's being hurt in prison.
Yeah, but wouldn't you want to? You would just be sorry, you got,
I would try to do what I could to stop it, but I know that he's in prison. I can't physically protect him. There's nothing I can do to physically protect him.
Of course not. But again, man, this goes back to I spoke about this a few weeks ago. If this was Ariana Grande, if this was.
I'm gonna read what he wrote on Instagram. He says, Lieutenant F. Arroyo has been very vindictive towards me, and I have strong feeling it has to do with me being set up, laced, bruised, and brutally beaten 2 weeks before my court date. There is a big conspiracy going on in this building and me. Santiago Torres is using her position wrongfully in Miami FDC and is abusing her authority. She has been writing falsified incident reports on me to take phone privileges that I get once a week while in solitary. Also doing anything to take my game time so that I come home literally when I'm supposed to. So she just pretty much goes on, like, you know, he goes on about that.
I mean, in the end, I think like the story is like open. Like I don't really know what's the truth, right? Like we don't know what's going on. Also, we don't know what he's saying, that there's some conspiracy, right? Mm-hmm. Like maybe there is a conspiracy. Maybe he's part of some ish, you know, that we don't know. I don't know. Maybe he got himself caught up in something in there, you know. Mm-hmm. I don't know, you know. Not that I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what to say about it, really.
No, I just wanted to talk about it because I know that, you know, these things happen just because he's Kodak Black. But these things are really happening in society where people go to jail and they, like you said, you know, like it's unlawful, and you know, I don't think it's fair to, you know, I mean, some people do some real bad stuff, and you know, but some people, they do make mistakes, and they, you know, we're human, and we should not be treated like that. And that's all. You know, God bless.
Yep.
He definitely should not be treated that way.
Hopefully justice, you know, whatever the justice is there, prevails. If Kodak Black is innocent, he gets the justice he needs, and hopefully, you know, he comes out and you know, everyone gets their act together. I think it's just it's an example of like us. Yeah. I think someone said this before. I think this was The Game actually who said this. Who's coming out with an album and he's retiring supposedly. Not to get too much on the topic of The Game, but he did say they asked him like what artists he listens to. He said, you know, I like a lot of new artists, but what happens is like there's so many of them. They come up and then they go. I like this one, and he's gone. I like this one, and he's gone. And it's kind of true. It's just like, you know, it's just like the new artist. Either it's death, either it's jail, either it's they got a quick buzz and then he went away. It's crazy. You know?
Right.
You know, on the last song on the album, it's called Kill, right?
Is it called Kill? I don't know why I didn't see that.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Play it.
I didn't see. All right.
Oh no, it's called I Will. That's
I didn't see the song called Kill. Yeah, that's what
it's called. I Will, right? So it has Eminem, Crooked I, Royce the 5'9", Joel Ortiz, everybody from Slaughterhouse, except Joe Budden.
Good.
Well, of course he's not gonna put Joe Budden on there.
But
Jordan, it's like a dig to Joe Budden. Like I got the whole crew.
But the thing is,
good. Stay your ass on your podcast.
I remember like some episodes ago on this podcast, actually, when I think it's like when not too soon after Revival came out, Joe Budden's whole gripe was, I think that we weren't really doing. I think that Slaughterhouse wasn't really doing great with Eminem's label because Eminem. Yeah,
go ahead. Don't control.
Because Eminem, being the big star that he was, never gave us a feature. So now Eminem was like, okay, Joe, you want to just out me in public like that, and he absolutely slaughtered Revival. He absolutely trashed Revival. Said that it sucked. Everything. So I guess he was like, okay, well, your whole gripe was that I didn't get on the feature with Slaughterhouse. Well, everybody's gonna be on this album except you. But you.
Except
I like that.
Yeah, I mean that's good for him. I feel like Joe Budden speaks a lot of trash, and you know
he does. I can't pull up the song.
You know, like you talk that talk. You know, eventually that shit's gonna come back to you. So
listen,
he like a Trader Joe line in there.
Yeah, Trader Joe.
Oh shoot! Yeah. You gotta hear the song real quick.
Yeah, and then I saw that Joe was like talking about it, like, oh, you know, he said Trader Joe, like we're gonna keep going on about it, blah blah blah. Like, shut up.
Honestly,
funny.
Listen, Joe Budden.
Joe, you talk trash about everybody, and then you get mad when somebody does it to you. Like, practice what you preach, bro. Like,
well, no, not only does he like get mad when someone talks about him. What? To be honest with you, Joe, he had a couple of songs that were okay, but Joe, he was. I mean, Slaughterhouse wasn't. I mean, no offense to the current Slaughterhouse people. I'm glad they jumped on the.
Yeah.
Don't get mad at me, guys, but Slaughterhouse just wasn't it back then. Like Slaughterhouse wasn't it, and Joe Budden wasn't it. Don't get mad at nobody.
I don't really.
It wasn't really that popping back then. I'm sorry, Joe. And then Joe talks all his junk about being like, and he's a good lyricist, but he wasn't that. You know what
I mean? Joe had like 2 songs that I like.
So don't talk bad about everybody.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy about that sound.
What do you mean?
Like the background.
Slaughterhouse sound. That's the old school stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like with the right record, they could be dope.
I think the thing is, Joe Budden and Slaughterhouse wouldn't have been it with or without Eminem. And I think he's trying to say it was because of Eminem, but you just weren't.
Right. I agree.
You know what I mean? Like it just isn't.
I get what you mean.
And
yeah,
that's
I agree.
it. And just own up to it. You know, like don't blame Eminem. You know what I mean? Like 50 Cent and like your G Unit, right? Mm-hmm. Well, 50 Cent did kind of get on. No, G Unit wasn't. 50 wasn't. No, I know, but what I'm trying to say is, it didn't really like ride on 50, and G Unit still was popping. You know what I mean? Like it was like so he's trying to say, oh Eminem, you didn't give us a lot of credit. We would have been big. No, G Unit was big because they were good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, was 50 on G Unit?
Yeah, 50
stuff?
was on G Unit.
Oh, he
Of
was.
course.
All right, so that's not a good example.
Nah, I feel like 50 was like the main one from G Unit. He was the one who created
No,
G
I'm
Unit.
sorry. The one with the.
What, Young Buck and Lloyd Banks?
Yeah, he was part of that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
G Unit was 50
Oh my
Cent.
God, what are you
That's a bad example. Then.
Oh my God, that's bad.
Yeah, well, Joe Budden, the Eminem was like, man, I don't want to be part of your group, Slaughterhouse. Like, Eminem's like, you want to be part of Slaughterhouse? Get out of here.
Yeah. Facts.
You guys do your own thing. I try to be part of this band.
Eminem didn't need to. Right.
No, he didn't.
But yeah,
But then
I
Joe has
just thought that was funny. Like, oh well, it's like okay, well, yeah. I'm gonna put everybody on this album and it's gonna be dope.
That was
Except
good.
you.
Trader Joe.
That is.
I wonder if they
that's
even asked him. I doubt it, but
I highly doubt
But the
it.
fact that they got on it though, that's kind of like
That's
a dig
hot.
to Joe Budden.
That's
though.
hot.
yep,
He should kind of be mad at them. Don't be mad at Eminem. Be mad at them.
Man.
if
They
Eminem
all
asked
grown
me to
as
get an
hell.
album,
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, come on now. No.
I don't care if I'm just clapping my hands. I'm getting on.
Yeah, but you gotta
Right.
ride for your guy, right?
Right.
You're just gonna ride for your guy.
Ain't
Nobody
no
wants to ride for
nah.
Joe Budden.
Nah.
I'm saying.
Because he's
Nah.
gonna get on the spot. All right, anyway, that's enough of that.
Uh-huh.
All right,
All
Rachel's picks.
All right.
Hot new songs of the week.
Hold on. All right, so my new songs for the week, guys. We went through two of them already. It's Meg Thee Stallion, Bitch, BITCH. Doja Cat, Boss Bitch. It's a bitchy week. Marlo featuring Future and Lil Baby is called First and Third. And from Russian featuring Sway Lee, Shanisa, and Young Thug, IDKW. And those are my picks for the week, guys.
Thank you,
Hope you
Rachel.
enjoy.
What's your favorite of that bunch?
Actually, I'm kind of liking this song from Russian featuring Sway Lee. It comes from like another song. I can't put my finger on it. I gotta look it up. But it's good, and I like the Megan.
You like the Megan Thee Stallion
Yes,
song?
I like the Megan one. I also like the Doja Cat, but again, like we said, I really feel like it's not something that I can like.
Yeah.
You know, like put on like all the time. But I like her style. I like her flow. I like her vibe. She's dope.
All right, guys. So that's been our episode. Anyone else? Any other comments, topics?
No.
Let's wrap up here. Thank you for listening.
Thank you,
watching
guys.
Rap Philosophy Podcast.
Yes.
I'm Omar.
Rachel. Bye.
Very late, Mark Lee, but I made it.
Yes. Have
Please
a good
like,
one.
subscribe, comment below.
Have a safe one.
See you guys in
God
the next
bless.
one.